You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's roll, nerds.
All right, first is page 18, Mark. Come on up.
Morning, Judge.
Hi. So, State, we'll have you think that's a good place.
Yes, Judge.
Yeah. Okay. You are William Mock.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mock, you're charged with reckless driving. You are facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 19th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, at the 7400 block of Katy Freeway, the officer observed the defendant driving eastbound on or about Katy Freeway at over 100 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. The defendant was swerving into the right lane and the left-hand shoulder on the freeway and following another vehicle too closely. A traffic stop was initiated and the defendant immediately pulled over and stopped abruptly on the left side shoulder of the freeway, where the officer then observed the defendant almost strike the retaining wall.
So the fact that he's going over 100 and weaving in and out of lanes, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, sir.
You say he almost hit a car as well?
He almost hit he was following a little bit too closely. He almost hit the retaining wall.
Okay. Mr. Mock, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now not to drive in this manner at all. Otherwise, I will take your privilege to drive away from you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you run his license?
It's all Your Honor.
Okay. You're also not allowed to drive unless you have valid liability insurance in your name. If you do not have car insurance, no driving. It is a part of your bond condition as well. If I find that you become a danger to my community, I'm going to revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So how is this case? I guess, was it a 2B?
It was to be warned. He had diabetes with the jail and they wouldn't accept him to the jail because he had elevated blood sugar. So they carried him to the hospital and they issued a 2B warrant thereafter.
Got it. Okay. So we appointed you because he was
in Montgomery
County. Okay. So I have given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Carl and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Carl tells me he can't get hold of you because you're playing games, not answering phone calls, text messages. Right. All right. I trust that it'll go well. Right. So for now, I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. Then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And after that, you'll be free to go. All right.
Thank you.
Please.
Right this way.
So if you can follow those conditions.
Yes, Judge. No driving without a license and valid insurance.
No driving with Texas driver license, liability insurance, no reckless driving,
Take over his
racing, all that.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Judge, next is page 1. Andrews, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Andrews.
Morning.
Sir, you're charged with theft. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 18th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a theft, and upon arrival, the officer spoke to the complainant, a loss prevention employee, and the complainant observed 2 males suspiciously walk around the business and began to follow them. The officer observed the males loading power tools in a basket, and the males walked to a garden section and passed all points of sale, attempting to leave without paying. One male fled on foot. The other was escorted to loss prevention and identified as the defendant. The total value stolen was $686, and the officer watched surveillance to confirm the complainant's account.
Where from?
It was a the DIMS only gives an address, but I can see if I can find out where that is.
Please. Mr. Andrews, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, bud?
21.
You have now picked up a theft case. This is probably one of the... Am I boring you?
No, sir.
A theft case is probably one of the worst that you can pick up. Once you are branded a thief, it becomes very, very difficult to get a job. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What do you do with yourself these days?
Looking for a job.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're smoking weed, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will have you fill out an application. It's also part of your bond condition that you must either get a job or into school. Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
We're going to work on that now.
And Your Honor, the location was a Home Depot.
Okay. You are not to go to any Home Depots whatsoever. If I find that you pick up a new case, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Did they catch the co-defendant in this case?
Does not appear so, Your Honor.
Now, Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I need you to fill it out for me. After that, I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. Mr. Andrews, you need to get back into school and graduate from high school. If you don't, at the very minimum, do that, you will make pennies on the dollar for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to work on that. All right, come on. So 2 weeks as normal, you know?
Did you say school or job?
No, I mean, we need a school.
Next judge is page 25, Sutton, come on up. Go ahead.
You were Henry Sutton.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sutton, you're charged with driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 19th, 2025, the officer conducted a traffic stop in 10500 block of West Fairmount Parkway in Harris County, Texas, on a black gray Buick displaying an expired registration as of May 2024 and an unconfirmed insurance status. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle, and the defendant informed that his Texas ID was expired and that his license was suspended. The officer was told that the defendant did not have financial responsibility or insurance, and upon checking the defendant's information in NCIC, the officer observed the defendant to have multiple SR suspensions for no liability insurance. The defendant was identified with his ID.
Okay, Mr. Sutton, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Have you run his license now?
It's not eligible.
You are not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today. This is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care that you have to go to work. I don't care that you need groceries. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kittens. It doesn't matter if you don't have a license and liability insurance. Do not drive. Do you understand? There's a reason why. Imagine if you get into a car wreck, you create $50,000 worth of damage, or someone dies as a result. Who do you think they're going to come after? Right. They'll get a judgment. They'll come after you for everything. That's why you have car insurance, to protect you. They're called accidents for a reason, not unpurposements. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and I will happily take this off. But until that point, if I find that you do, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Sutton?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Or did you want to go hire a lawyer? Those are the two options you have.
Yes, sir.
What would you like to do?
I want to hire a lawyer, y'all.
Hmm?
I would like to hire y'all, a lawyer, sir.
You want to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir. Yeah, may I speak?
No. The problem is that I've got a bunch of, DAs here, whatever you say, they're going to use it against you.
Okay.
Just the law's clear. It's either you got to have certain requirements to drive. If not, then there's just no driving. You're signing an affidavit. This is a promise that you're making to me that you're not going to drive. I take this extremely serious. You cannot justify driving for any reason. Do you understand? If you have any problems and you're unable to hire a lawyer, just come back and we can talk about giving you an appointed lawyer, okay? Okay.
So is there gonna be any state's bond condition?
Yeah.
No driving.
No, let's do it. Do you mind filing no driving,
Yes, Judge.
please, without both?
Yes, Judge.
Judge, that's it for now.
Yes.
Ready?
Morning, Judge.
Hi.
Can we approach?
Yes.
Dora Martinez, we are set for a discovery hearing today. I needed some body cam. It's not a true gambling case. It's operating a game room without a permit. Obviously, between the last setting, when I still told you I needed all these body cams, we got a new chief. And he's been kind of thrown in the grease.
And it's the state's position that it doesn't have this in precinct 1 right now, and so it should be suppressed. The body because we don't have it.
I think that's great because they can't make the case without body cam. So I think it's wonderful.
Here we go.
I mean, there's nothing like staying on today.
Okay, done.
All right, thank you, Judge. Can we give him a setting to eval?
Just 1 week.
Or do you want to set it for trial?
Just 1 week, I would need just eval it.
I'm not gonna throw you in the grease like that. If you want a week, take a week.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. You know, of course, please.
Thank you, Judge.
But just, you know, whatever's not here, just, that's it.
That's fantastic. I appreciate that.
Of course. Hey. Hi.
Approach?
Of course. Top of the morning to you? Top of the morning to you?
Top of the morning, Judge.
Ready? It's still morning.
Okay. I was like, did I miss St. Patrick's Day?
Are you ready?
For the suppression hearing? Yeah.
Okay.
What time?
Now.
Now?
I'm ready now.
Can I run to a court just real quick and come back?
The
Okay.
only thing I have is I need you guys to sign this and admonish your client that, you know, if it wins, gets dismissed. If he loses, he ends up pleading, right?
Yeah, well,
Because
it's gonna be
that's-
a plea to an EWI first, if they're agreeing
Okay.
to reduce.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't, what, you guys agree to whatever you agree to.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things that I won't, but, you know,
Sure.
right, so,
It'll be first, probation on first.
okay.
Hey, Judge, can we wait that here? Martinez on page 17? That page or the?
No, wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yes, Your
I have something for you.
If it is good luck and good charm, I will accept all of it.
It's just not me. Let me,
Hey, Sarah.
Yes, he said, he did say waive? Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's no reason to have her come here.
Thank
you know? I'm printing this out for you. It'll go right over.
And I'm here for, yeah, I just wanted to do, I think it's listed as a jail hearing. It was the fellow.
BVR.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if BVR was filed.
It was.
Okay.
That's what I'm printing out. for. He's in the jury.
I saw it.
Okay. Jose, so where are you going?
14,
Okay, you'll be back soon?
10 minutes?
Okay, perfect.
April 9th? So right now.
You all right?
Hi, Mr. Noli. Let me take, I have to take this one. What? Hey,
Hi, Mitch.
you ready?
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good. So I have Gary Smooth today.
Smooth.
He has 4 cases, they're kind of old, over 200 days. He has 4 felony cases pending that he's going to court on March 11th. I want to see, I've been in contact with the felony attorney. If I could just get a reset to after March 11th, I think we could come to a disposition on these despite what's happening in
What are you
felony.
thinking?
Yes. Just a reset till after March 11th, maybe like,
Is there an offer up there that they,
yes, there's an offer. There's still, he told me that he's possibly gonna go to trial on one of them.
State, yeah.
I don't see an offer on the felony. Let me see if the notes.
He said possible 3 years, maybe. He didn't know.
Would imagine something be substantial.
Yeah,
I don't see any notes or anything about an offer for the felony, Your Honor.
maybe that's just what he talked to his attorney about. It's probably not official to offer on the
Yeah,
day of court.
let's not hear what they did.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, if you need it. For sure.
Thank you, Judge.
Hopefully.
So, and I get it, things happen. Defense just kind of gave us this day of, we're set for a hearing today. We haven't had time to prepare this because this was all dropped on us today. This motion and case law in it. I would just ask for a continuance where we can review this because day of, when we're about to go into hearing, I don't think that's sufficient time for the state.
Well, it's just a memorandum. I mean, it's, not uncommon for us to come to court with a memorandum the day of, but I understand what the chief is saying too. If they want to push this to next week or something like that, I wouldn't object.
Here.
So the defense had subpoenaed them. I don't know their status and I don't.
Are they here?
I haven't seen them here. I mean,
So if I grant it, it'll be your responsibility then to get them here.
We can resubpoena the judge. That'll be fine. I want to make sure that we
Yeah,
just not being surprised by something on here, and I haven't had time yet.
I'm okay with it,
Okay,
but now it'll be your
so
responsibility.
that's fine, Your Honor. And we can file the subpoenas today, once we get a new date, and 10 days, I mean, we just need 10 days.
fair enough. Okay, thanks, Judge.
Mr. Downey, I just sat term with your client.
Okay,
We'll just be done with it,
you
you know?
read my mind. We actually have some hair follicle tests that demonstrate she hasn't been using that. So we have some hair follicle test results demonstrate she hasn't been using methamphetamine.
So they go back to the date.
They go back quite far. We got one done in February, but there was also one in December. That goes back 90 days, so we can kind of look at this.
Is that the limit? Is 90 days the limit that you
I
can?
think so. I used to think it was like, what was it, like every inch of hair goes back a certain period of time.
And I'd be screwed.
But I think it gets, well, the rumor is that's why Britney Spears shaved her head back in the day.
No.
Yeah, that she knew she was gonna be hair follicle tested. But
Sense?
I think it gets kind of extrapolated, so past 90 days, they don't like to extend it. So, but if we're done, we're done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
That's in correspondence with the stop.
Chairman, you said something I didn't hear.
That's in correspondence with the stop replacement.
Okay, so are these like, picture about something?
Yeah, so that's the, okay, it's kind of.
Well, the key is to read the recreation while the carnival is still open. And then go do the carnival, and then if you feel like it.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
That's pretty good. What's up, man?
I have Brian Lopez Rubio on the docket today. I'm just kind of punting right now. It's not old. I want to see what's going to happen with the Fifth Circuit ruling as far as, minors possessing firearms under the age of 21.
Nathan.
What's up? I'm saying, yes.
We just had this issue come up when it was like just a couple days ago.
Was a week ago, you're right. Yeah.
What was the question, sir?
The 21-year UCW.
They,
Oh, yes. Is the client over 18?
No, they're below 21. They're
Well, yeah, no, but are they over 18?
no.
how old are they? How's he?
I think he was 17 at the time.
So the argument's slightly more tangential, but here's my kit, and I'll provide it to whatever attorney would like it with the relevant case law and the memo from the Department of Public Service. This crime should not be prosecuted.
Yes, Judge.
And with that, I'll stand aside.
We'll do another PC hearing right now.
Okay.
The officer initiated a traffic stop after observing the driver failed to signal and following too closely. The officer also observed the driver have no front license plate and failed to stop at a designated stopping point at an intersection. As the officer approached the vehicle, he observed a strong odor of marijuana, and the officer asked the driver, the defendant, who was the passenger, to step out of the vehicle. The defendant refused, and the officer observed him reaching between the center console and the front passenger seat. A PC search was conducted, and the officer located 2 clear baggies of green leafy substance, as well as 2 handguns, one under the front driver's seat and one under the front passenger seat, where the defendant was sitting.
So our defendant here,
Is the passenger, and the firearm was found under his seat.
so was the driver charged with the weed?
Let me see.
The information on my client is for the age. It has nothing, there's no mention of the weeds.
That is correct, Your Honor. And for
So,
the.
the only thing we have here, just because of the age?
The co-defendant was charged with the possession of the
Stuff.
weed. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna find no probable cause.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
And that's all I have. I'll see y'all
Okay,
tomorrow.
man. Have fun.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yes.
Bottom of page 16. Yeah, I'm doing this one. I always do. Hi.
Doesn't matter if I approach you on an off-docket matter. It's a motion to withdraw. The guy's in PTI. He's doing fine. I think he's gonna finish in the next month or 2.
Does he know that you filed this stuff?
Yeah, I've told him. He has, basically, he paid me when he came in, never paid me again. And I've given him several deadlines. He does everything he's supposed to do in PTI, but I think he can't even, either he swindled me or he's just come into some hard times. And what I don't want to find myself in the situation of is that if he does screw this up and gets kicked back to the court, that now I got to come back and represent him for a second time, and I didn't even get paid the first time.
Right.
I think he's gonna be fine. I think he'll get dismissed. So, fingers crossed it doesn't come back to bite you either. But I really don't want to be on the hook if he.
I understand, but are you 100% positive he knows that you filed this?
I emailed him last week and I had given him a deadline 30 days ago, but I have not spoken.
He's not responding to you.
Speak with him.
So let's do this. I'm putting him on the docket just so that I know that he knows. Okay? And I'll grant your motion.
Okay,
But I want him to know about it
okay.
so that, there's no surprises.
You want me to call him and then, because I have,
No.
to be fair.
I'm gonna bring him here so that he knows.
Okay.
Because it's not fair to anyone, right? So, why don't we docket it for
So you'll
Monday?
sign it on the date you bring it.
Correct.
Perfect.
So he knows. So why don't we put him on the docket for Monday?
Okay.
Okay, let him know he's gotta be here.
Yeah.
And then we'll just have him so that he knows,
Gotcha.
and then I'll sign.
That's perfect.
Right. And then, in the event that there's ever a problem, he's gonna have to go.
Yeah, then he's on his own.
Right.
Nobody just email and that way we can do that.
Yeah, she'll take care of it for you.
Okay.
The problem is that, it's kind of messing with the contract, so to speak, because there's already, you know what I mean? I guess we'll bring him in for Monday, so he knows. And then we'll give him, after that date, we'll give him the same reset date that he had prior to.
Okay, I think he comes up on his 6 months in April, so he's not far off from there, and assuming he's doing okay.
Guys are not early terming, are you?
No, and
They are.
I was gonna reach out and see if maybe Ashley Geis has some thoughts on it, because I don't know if the situation has arisen where an attorney has withdrawn, because you know how they have to sign as well. So I don't know if there's any issues with that, and if they consider anything further. So I'd like to inform.
Let me, so let's do this. So we're all on the same page.
Right.
What's your cost now?
2500939.
Last name Douglas.
Douglas, yes.
Okay. What is your email address?
I'm sorry?
Your email address.
AARON Texas, TexasDWILAW.com.
Texas,
DWIlaw.com. The text is spelled out. But they are still early terminator. They've just revised it to where you have to be
And
perfect.
we always are the last to know. I have no idea what's going on.
We've
That's
been-
the issue. Just-
What we've been told, and I've had 2 or 3 dismissed in the last couple of weeks, is that they have to be perfect now. They can't have any violations of any kind. They can't have any positive drug tests. They can't have any missed meetings or delays in getting their things done. Yes. She was terminated from the program?
Shatoria, can I have the cause number?
They know whatever it's open.
939? This is a problem.
Oh, I just need
Looks like she got it on November 25th, or Brenda Galvez, but. This person got approved.
Right. You picked up a new law?
Where, point to this map where you were. It looks like it was. Maybe the injury to a child.
Yeah,
Well, that would do it.
Yeah.
dude,
Do that.
but that was in November. We're now in, beginning of March and nothing's happened. Let me email Ashley. Now, we'll have to have a hearing over this, I guess. So.
I mean,
Yeah. Don't worry.
how is this possible? Sorry.
I don't know.
That no one emails the attorney. Would explain why he's not returning my call, but. Is it a Harris County case?
Yeah.
Harris County case.
Injury to a child, reckless.
Typically they do include you in the email. I'm surprised they didn't.
I wonder what would have happened if I wouldn't come by today. This would have
Probably
floated
nothing.
along for a year.
Problem.
Do you have an attorney?
This is what I was trying to find. Looks like he does. Looks like it's Will Bond.
He hired an attorney.
He hired Will Bond for his felony case. So maybe, I don't know if they informed Will and
How
believe
many
that.
settings, I don't want to touch your computer. How
No,
many
no.
settings have they had?
Hey, keep it down.
Yeah. So it looks as if he was removed back in November, but then in December, they had him complete cleaning green. They had him. So I don't know what's happening here. Because it looks like he was unable to do cleaning green in December, back on December 6th. And then they have his completion of cleaning green on the 9th. So, yes.
It's a big program. It's a lot of people in it, but
So I'm going to email you now. I am going to put him now on the docket for Monday.
okay.
Reach out to him however you can to let him know that he's got to be here. If he fails to appear, his bond is going to be revoked. And then we'll go forward. Just,
Yeah.
you can re-urge your motion at that time and then we'll discuss because I don't know what his circumstances are. So,
Well, I know he's paying me.
yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
So, okay, thank you, Joe.
Let me, I don't know our Sticky. State, can you come over here and give me the last name for our chief, because I don't know, so I can include him in the email. I don't know his last name. Okay, thanks. All right, Aaron, we got you.
Okay, thanks, Judge. I'll see you Monday. Did you get that on? Yes.
I'm including you in the email, Victoria, so you can put them on for that Monday. I'll include her.
Okay. Thanks, Judge.
Thanks. If you talk to him, I'm going to put you back. This is your last warning, Mr. Franklin. Thanks. Hey.
Morning, guys. How are you doing?
How are you, man?
Come up? It's up to you. I don't mean to disturb you.
No, you're never disturbing. Come on. Yeah, for sure.
It looks like we still don't have any surveillance for the store, and we're still missing body cams as well.
Okay. So send you.
Still need it, yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, Chapman Judge. If I could borrow a prosecutor. Come on, Mackenzie. You let him do it. It's gonna be Mackenzie's first trip to the rodeo, Judge.
Stay.
Stay? Oh, mistake?
The state.
The state. Okay, sorry. It's this member of the state, first time at the rodeo. I have Mr. Franklin. I keep trying to reverse his name, Judge. So we were here for one bond violation report, which I don't think that one actually got filed. I think you had just requested it. He had picked up a new case, you no PC'd, state dismissed, but the new case involved him possessing, though not using, a kitchen knife. And so the bond conditions.
I didn't ding him on it, did I?
Well, you had asked us to come back today to address the fact that he had.
Oh, right.
Kitchen
That he
knife.
had the knife, correct.
Yeah, so not that he had potentially committed a crime, but that he had a kitchen knife when he was ordered not to have a weapon.
Guys, I need your help. Come up, Mr. Ladon.
And so
Come up, Mr. Franklin.
when you informed me this morning, I think I'd been sent the email, there's a bond violation report for a GPS exclusion zone. I looked at.
I want him so he can.
Yes, Judge. I'm gonna stand between the state. Yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor, arms by your side. Whatever he asks you, answer truthfully but briefly. Keep your response brief and do not get excited, okay? All right. Yeah, we can peel this out of the way.
The initial reason that we were here today was because of the case that you picked up that I found no probable cause, and that I had an issue because they were alleging that a knife was, I guess, allegedly in possession or whatnot.
If the allegation is possession, there was no allegations of use or threat. It's just that he had a kitchen knife on him.
You are on bond for a
Terroristic threat.
As part of your bond condition, you had several. You're not to be in possession of any weapons. You have a GPS monitor, and you're not to go within a certain boundary of the complaining witness in this case. It has now come to my attention through pretrial services that you have bond violations. Specifically, Mr. Franklin has not been compliant with his conditions of bond. Client has failed to not have contact with a prohibited person or visiting a restricted location. Client was ordered by the court not to go within 500 feet of the Northwood Drive apartment in Baytown. On 2/25, client received a victim exclusion zone alert at 10:22 a.m. The victim exclusion zone was cleared at 10:28 a.m. In fact, what I've been told by pretrial is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 instant.
If I can interject, Judge, I think that's all in a 6-minute window. So I think he crossed into the exclusion zone at 10:22 and out at 10:28. And so I've got I could proffer to the court what was given to me from pretrial. Not that I'm admitting.
Judge has a copy.
Then never mind.
I get it.
In no way admitting that this would be admissible. And looking at what pretrial provided, it looks like he walked about 1,000, maybe 1,500 feet in about a 6-minute window through the exclusion zone. And while it says contact, there's no alleged contact with any person. It's just, I know, but it's the way it's written.
How do we know?
Well, no one has complained to the state. And so it looks like he walked through an exclusion zone, which is, speaking of pretrial, is actually larger than it normally is. I think it's at 500. Is it 500 feet?
At 500 feet because I didn't want him to go anywhere near the complaining witness in this case.
Yes, Judge.
This is the same complaining witness that we have the last case that I know PC'd.
No, the two are unrelated.
They are different complaints, but.
Yes. And so the terroristic threat was, they're both strangers. The terroristic threat is, the allegation is that my client asked to bum a cigarette, got in an argument when he was denied. And then the newer case with no PC was that some random person's window was broken and somehow my client got charged with it when no one saw or had any evidence to believe that he had done it. But when the police made scene, he then had a kitchen knife, I believe, is the allegation. I will say that the new case, it was no PC, but there's also no evidence. There's no offense report. There's no videos because it's a week old.
Because it's because they didn't go get anything because I know PC'd it.
Well, that's part of it. It's also Daytown and Daytown.
But the problem is that we continue to have issues with Mr. Franklin.
So Mr. Franklin is going to have issues on bond or not, Your Honor. His mental illness is quite severe. He's received hospitalizations in the past. His orange sheet is right at a page, if not over. And so the system is aware. I would take this court or ask this court to take caution in the sense that we're not having a formal hearing. There's no testimony presented. I'm fine with having a conversation. But if the court should wish to revoke
We're
his
having
bond,
a hearing right now.
well, then nothing has been admitted because there was no admissible evidence. I'll find to discuss with the court what has been alleged, but there is no admissible evidence of either location or possession because nobody has testified to either. And I don't think the pretrial services officer in this room would have the ability to testify how a GPS device works. Not to be mean to her, but it's not her job. And so she's not going to have any knowledge of the firsthand knowledge of the device.
We continue to have issues with Mr. Franklin and I'm tired of it. I'm
And
not dealing with this anymore. I only have one way to fix this.
so I've spoken with the state, particularly the chief. We're leaning towards reaching a resolution on a mental health diversion, Judge. It's not 100% that we're there, but it sounds like we're going to do it where we send him for an evaluation. So I'm going to file a competency evaluation just in case. But
So that there's another 30 days. I'm not going to sit here and wait for him to have another bond violation. No, because he's doing whatever he wants to do, because that's what's happening here.
yes, Judge, and if you'd like to revoke his bond, which I can understand the court's position, I would just ask that we have a formal hearing with testimony where the rules of evidence would apply, which statutorily they would apply to any revocation of bond.
I'm still going to take him into custody. I find that he's a danger to our community. He's continuing to just. Mr. Franklin, what am I supposed to do? Continue to let this happen?
For me,
Don't form.
I ain't getting no justice.
I found no PC on your case last time.
I ain't doing nothing to nobody.
All I'm asking you to do is stay away from this place.
What I'm supposed to do? I'm trying to take care of my nieces and nephews, running back and forth to the store and stuff. what I'm supposed to do, what you want me to do.
If you need things, we
I
can,
don't, all I'm doing is the best I can. I'm not doing nothing to nobody. What you want me to do? I didn't have nothing to do with none of this.
listen.
You ain't
I want
stopping
you to
nobody
listen.
from raping me.
Once,
Just slow yourself down, okay?
is he saying that
He's insistent. that-
family that lives near here?
So he's given me, I've been trying to get it directed. So he lives partially with cousin and with mom, who are both on this side of town. And he essentially migrates between the two. Because of his mental health issues, I'm having a problem confirming the addresses to confirm this
Franklin.
information.
Where are you staying?
My mama's house, but she threw me out this morning. So it's the same thing. She pulled a pistol on me, yeah? Trying to tell me to shut up and let her say whatever she want to say. Switching up everything, making it hard on me.
Does your mom live near this address?
She stay down Nolan. When I leave,
No.
when I leave, I don't have nowhere to go. I go to my cousins. I buy them food. I do the same thing I do.
Problem is that are they within this address?
They stay down Nolan in Bay Terre.
No. Baytown is a big city. I don't want you to go near where the complaining witnesses live. That's all I'm asking you to do.
But I was just having to go to my oldest cousin's house and my mother-in-law's house, get food, and then
So
go get my
here's what I
medicine.
want you to do. I want you to talk with Mr. Meunier right now, and I want to know exactly where they live in relation to this address. That's what I want to know.
Remember
I'm
my mother's
debating
address?
to put you in or not. All I want to know is why. Because I've asked you not to go to this place, and yet, no. I want you to talk to your lawyer. And I want to figure out where the places are where your mom lives, where the cousins live, so we know exactly where you can
Yes,
and
sir.
can't go.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir. I can prove.
Go.
Thank you, Judge. I've been trying to get the addresses and it's somewhat difficult, but we'll give it another try. Be right back.
Mr. Mannix?
You represent Treadwell still? Ricardo?
Treadwell? No, Judge, that doesn't ring a bell. You got a cost number? Well,
No, I'll look it up. Let me look it up.
Okay.
Remember a young lady that we had that had the 2 cases? Wasn't
That's Joy Al. Joy Al was a young man, 18, kept picking up cases.
that?
Yeah, not Treadwell.
Judge, and then for the VDRs for drivers, the proof replacement, if you want to do
On who? I don't remember.
We're like, the attorneys like provided the proof of his stay, and you had responded the other day.
Oh, right. That's where he's in the, do they email back?
Yes.
What did they say?
I believe they provided,
Proof?
proof of his stay and,
Is he in there now?
yes, and stated that he should get out on X date. I can't recall, but it's.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, we'll put him on the docket for that day
Okay,
so that we can get,
okay, so for now, just.
GP.
or-
yeah, we'll continue. Right. I mean, if he's in a hospital, I'm not gonna ding him on it,
No, I'm
right?
just saying, because it's in the queue, so it's.
Yeah, so here, yeah, I'll do that now. Hi, Yasha, you ready?
Judge, I have a couple of clients on the docket.
Okay.
On both, we are applying for DWI PTI.
but due to the age of the case, I had to approach the witness.
Okay, who are we talking about first?
First one is Ayuk Emmanuel, last name is Emmanuel.
I don't see it. The last name is Manuel?
Emmanuel.
Oh, Emmanuel with an E.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's going on?
We're doing a PTI, Judge, but they both require mitigation packets. They have applications filled out,
Got it.
notarized.
I'm gonna give you 2 weeks. They gotta have it done.
Okay.
It's 180 days old.
Okay, and
You know what I
then
mean?
once they're approved,
Then we'll time, but I
For the
will
assessment.
get the packet in the next 2 weeks.
okay.
If they don't have it done in 2 weeks, then they gotta be here. Okay? Is your other guy the same thing?
Yeah, Figueroa, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So we'll give you 2 weeks on both. They must have the packets turned in.
Couple of weeks, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
okay?
that'll be good, Judge. All right.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
you got it. Thanks, Josh. Ricardo.
Judge, you figure out what case you were talking
Yeah, I
about?
got it. It was something.
It was me, right?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. McCardle, though. I think I just saw him here. Damn, he left. Oh, Mr. McCardle? Okay, sorry, Ricardo.
Judge, I'm approaching on Mr. Andres Lamar Mesa. The case is 1,000 days old, I think Victoria said.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it, only 1,000.
Is he in custody?
He's in custody. I think it was one of those situations where he bond forfeited previously.
Got it. What would you like?
Well, here's the thing,
1,220.
yeah. Well, he's got bigger fish to fry up in felony. He's got a robbery case. And so we're still missing evidence on my case. And so he's been in custody for at least a month now, right?
Want to do
December?
something now, or do you want to punt it?
No, I'd like to punt it, Judge, see what happens up there, see if we could dump this one. Or in the alternative, if he needs to plea to this one to dump the other one, I'd like to.
The problem is that that's a new robbery, right? Our case is 1,200 days old. I mean, I can give you a little bit of time, but I'm not gonna like 8 months down the road, we're still hanging on to the theft case.
I get it.
You know?
No, this might be one of those where, I mean, we'd be ready. I mean, he's got enough time. He's got no other criminal, well, he's got something. But we could try the case. I mean, we're missing evidence. If we're looking to exclude it, let's exclude it. Let's go to trial. Yeah, perfect. Let's do it.
We just try to get the body cam and dash we're still missing. We'll reach out. And because that was requested, we can escalate that again.
Please.
Yes, Judge.
It's time. I
Yes,
mean,
Judge.
you know, especially if we know that he's just gonna
Yes,
try
Judge.
it, then let's,
We'll
you know
do
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah, yes, Judge.
Do they have an offer on the case upstairs?
No, Judge.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
they're not set till April.
April
So
1st.
I don't do more than 30 days.
Okay.
So let's do 30 days.
All right.
We'll come back and we'll see where we are.
Okay.
Probably what I'm gonna do is probably set you after that next hearing, 4-1, maybe like 4-2.
Okay. Hey, Judge, just to be clear, I think by that time, he's gonna be maxed out on a simple theft case, so.
Let me see. Yeah, so 4-2 would be a Wednesday. We could set you for the day after, and then we'll set it for trial on that day.
Set it for trial, so like have trial on that day or?
No. On that day, we set it.
Set it and get a date.
It would, like work out an agreement where it
Okay.
does here, there, whatever. We'll set it for trial on that day.
Okay, so you want to do a 30-day and then?
Yeah, I do 30 days because, you know, sometimes they do something upstairs and no one figures out, and they get forgotten about here, and I don't like to do it. So
Okay,
it's in an effort not to forget about it.
sounds
you know?
good. Okay, Judge, thank you
Okay.
very much.
For sure.
Yes, sir, Judge. Yes, sir. Judge, I am here on Mr. Enrique Rodriguez. To refresh your memory about this case, Mr. Enrique Rodriguez was put into custody. I think it was Monday, I believe. I think he was put in custody Monday because he fails to go and get the
I remember.
Interlock put on his car. I've spoken with the chief, Your Honor. We're at a probation stage for Mr. Rodriguez. However, the state has not been able to get in contact with the CW to see what was the restitution owed, if any, to the car. And,
Have you tried?
So
State?
as of now, there's been,
2 or 3 attempts.
I don't, on Rodriguez, I don't see any attempts.
Oh, Your Honor, on this one, we've been struggling with contact with the complainant. It wasn't, the information was not gathered from the officers. What we do have is a
The
name.
officer didn't take the information down?
They didn't get a phone number, Your Honor.
Come on.
So what we have is a name and an address. So we have our investigator on it trying to find.
I mean, it shouldn't be hard to locate, you know? How old is it? Let me see.
And my question to you, Judge, being that it's already set for probation, the only thing we're waiting for, I hate to see him sat there in jail for indefinite period of time.
It's not gonna be indefinite, Mr. D, you know, I'm not, so what I'll do is I'll give them a week to get it. If not, I know that guy's in custody and you're ready to move forward.
Give them to Monday.
You think you can get it by then?
I'm just gonna talk to our investigator real nice.
If not,
Let me give them at least a week, you know?
all right, fair enough.
They're really busy.
Yes, fair enough, fair enough.
So I'm gonna give you a week, get the restitution. If not, we're moving forward without it, right? And you know, what I would say at the minimum, like send a letter today, because it takes 3 days for a letter to get there. Say, look, we've been trying to get in contact with you, you know, just please get in contact with us. If not.
Yes, Judge, we'll, sure.
Okay, fair enough, Judge.
They have a solicitor.
Can you take the motion to withdraw now? Yeah, I'm not gonna say. For Douglas.
You're not free, if you can, we have everything else, yeah, everything else is good. I know that. You're right, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, since my wife got so much reward, just.
Okay, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. John D.
I just wanted to bring you up to speed on the 3 cases today.
Okay.
Mr. Reams is getting dismissed.
Okay.
Okay. The other one that I have for you is 2 VI cases that blood test came back pretty good, you know, like 0.10. So they're all going to be heading for PTI.
Okay.
And that's
Who's that?
Miss Crawford and Miss Free.
Okay, hold on. Free has a bond violation.
Uh-huh.
So,
I didn't
yes.
catch that one, Judge.
Sorry?
I didn't catch that one.
It
You
just
wanted to
got,
bring her back?
literally just got filed
Just
today.
got that, okay.
So
do
what
you
it was is that she was called in to do a test, failed to appear. So what
Oh,
we
you know
do,
what it was, Judge? Was this, I think, was this? Anyway, we can bring her because I had one recently that she was sick. And I don't know if this is the one, but let me look deeper. But either way, you're gonna want her back.
correct.
Right,
So
so-
you want to put on for Friday? We'll have,
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
You here
matter,
Friday?
Judge. I mean, I know you guys don't like Fridays, but I'm okay with Friday, or do you
for
wanna go?
BVRs, we usually set them on Friday.
Okay, gotcha. Then Friday it is.
Okay.
Let's bring her back on Friday and have to talk about it. And then Ms. Crawford, is that okay for just a reset so we can get our PTI rock and rolling? Okay, gotcha, Judge.
So hold on. Yeah, I mean, it's 1:43, so
Yeah.
whatever you need.
We'll knock it out.
Yeah, okay.
Got it.
All right.
I'll tell Victoria.
Okay.
Commissioner Purge again, Judge.
Yep.
I think I have the location figured out. It took a while because getting addresses from my client is.
I understand. It's okay.
So, let me just visual aid. So the exclusion zone.
No. Don't. Just take it off because I'm live streaming. I don't want to.
Oh, okay, all right. So if you were to look at the exclusion zone, numbers 10 and 19 are just left of it. That is the cousin's house. So he lives probably 30 feet outside the exclusion zone. And so my client.
So
walks-
hold on a second. Thing.
So,
For team.
so numbers 10 and 19, because I have, the ones I have are numbered.
I see it. 10 and 19. That's that
So-
cousin.
That, from what I can tell, is the cousin's house. I'm having to do this with
What
Google
about
Maps.
number 24?
Well, no. What I'm saying is that's where he's kind of living. He then walks through the exclusion zone. Mom's house is about 2 miles due east. This one, he's actually, I think he was walking to CVS to get his psych meds. And so he goes through the exclusion zone to get to Garth Road, which is the road that the CVS is on, which is just outside the map. I can show you on my phone if you'd like. So he walks to Garth and then goes north up Garth to get to the CVS and then east to Mop. So I think this 6-minute window, I think is him walking through the exclusion zone to get to CVS. As far as I can tell, that's what's going on. He never stops very long. It's a 6-minute time. It's
CVS in relation to this.
so in relation to the map, if you keep going east of the map, maybe half a mile.
I don't understand the curve.
That's him trying to walk around the apartment. He was trying.
He's right next to it, man. It's like literally within like.
He's going to get his psych meds, Judge. Rash thinking is not 100% level. He's trying to go around it from what I can tell. Well, I don't know, Judge. I think there's a big field and I think he's trying to go around to get to the field, to walk through the field. But CVS is. Here, let me just show you my phone. That'll be the easiest. So.
No, but come around, because I don't want to live stream.
I don't want to do this without you. Yeah. While you can hear what I say, I feel like you should still be there. That's fine.
It happens every day. Okay, this is the first your disorder. Don't give them reset.
But still, we're near.
No, I know that. Well, if you have done it correctly, you can talk about it.
Yeah. All right, 1 minute, or if you want to put on for 3.
No, I think you're again. You may wrong. I didn't show you. That's.
There's skill.
What's the case?
Well, it's a stranger who was supposedly threatened. I mean, I think I would be annoyed and scared if
Franklin, come
whoever.
up.
Okay. 255.
I want you to understand something and listen to this clear. I want to protect every person in my county, and I want them to feel safe. This person is scared of you. That's why I don't want you near them. Do you understand, Mr. Franklin? All I'm asking you to do is stay away because I don't want you to accidentally bump into them on the street. You guys exchange words and then it goes absolutely haywire. That's what I'm trying to prevent. Do you understand? It's not to be mean to you. It's not to take away this. I'm a nice person. I don't like to put people in jail. But if you're going to be a problem and you're going to scare my city, I've got a problem with that and I'm not going to take it. You understand? So CVS, where you're trying to get to on that map, is nowhere near where this person lives. Your cousin lives outside of the area of the zone of exclusion. Look at me. Mr. Franklin, there's no reason for you to go near where this person lives. You need to find another way. I'm not going to do this with you again. Do you understand? I'm trying to be nice to you now, and I'm trying to warn you that I don't want you to go near anywhere where they live. If you need help, Nathan can help you out. If you need a place to stay, we can find you a place. If you need eat food, if you need a job, we have resources we can give you. All you have to do is ask. But
He can't give you a job. He can tell you where to go to try to find you.
But I want everyone to feel safe. Do you understand? That's all I want.
Oh my God.
Like I want you to feel safe. That's it. Here, everyone gets a fair shake. Everyone. I found no PC on your case last time, right? That's a fair shake. It doesn't get any more fair than that. Do you understand? Mr. Franklin, I'm well within my right now to put you in custody. I'm not going to, but I want you to understand that I'm not going to do this again. You understand? I'm not asking much. Okay? All right.
Thank you, Judge.
So just please
I
make
try to.
a path for him to go around so that there are no more issues.
Mr. Honor, I was going to see if we could shave some of I think it's 500 feet, and the cousin lives just outside, and it looks like GPS is giving some false positives. I was going to see if we could lower it to 400 instead of 500.
The team was for the cluster in the center, that would be
Yeah.
200.
This thing would be a.
Okay. All right, hold on a second. Are you saying that the circle is within 200?
So that circle's within 500, but it was originally at 200. And so he was dinged for being within 200 feet.
But these right here are
Yeah,
not.
so that's gonna be outside of it, so he's not being dinged for those. They show all the points that is pinging,
Yep.
but that's not a violation.
Okay, then we're, all right. I have a caution because it's right outside the zone, but it sounds like it will be okay.
Just make sure that you guys can carve a path so that there's no more issues.
Yes,
Okay? Okay. All right, Mr. Franklin, that's it.
You have a seat, okay? Now you can sit in this pew right over here.
Ready?
Yes, sir. I'm approaching on a motion to sub, Your Honor. I was retained on Mr. Funes.
Sign
All right.
it. Just have it put it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, shut it.
Judge, when you get a chance, could you sign the email? Thank you.
Okay, so the question is, I don't like it very much. No, I think
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, what's up? See ya.
God bless you too, Jeff.
Have fun.
So through the criminal justice system, as a branch of the Harris, stop. Yeah. Well, I say now. He's better now.
Council for recess.
Hey, do I need to approach on high?
Yeah. That's fine.
Worker, who is it?
Gregory Hines, Judge.
Hines. Is there a BVR?
Page 4,
No.
no, Judge,
No, sir.
it's because it was pulled yesterday, and council couldn't make it.
Oh, that's right. Do you have an offer? What are you doing?
We just talked, state made an offer. They're gonna eval it. It may be set on trial docket, Judge.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so I'll give you a week
Yes, Judge.
and then come back, see if it's good for trial. So you don't want to take anything, no mitigation,
I
nothing?
know he does not.
Okay.
Now, if the state were to offer one, you know what, actually, I spoke with him about it and he didn't really like the sound of a PTI, so that's why I just,
All right, so just eval it and then we'll go from there. All right, see you in a week.
Thank you,
I'll
State.
waive it for next week too.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So, when brings you up
Hi.
to
Morning,
March
Good
5.
morning.
I'm gonna point on Mr. Andrews.
Okay.
One of your bond conditions is that he obtain a high school diploma.
So what I'd like to do is, he's not working. He's not in school, never graduated, so show me what you got.
He provided me with this morning, showing that he does have a GED.
Oh, okay, great. So now, because he told me he never graduated from high school, but I guess he didn't delineate that, hey, but I have my GED. So, job, not doing anything, just getting, so what I'd like him to do is get a job. Come up, Mr. Andrews. What do you want to do for the next 30 years of your life?
Honestly,
No, lie to me.
I'm not lying. Honestly,
No, lie to me. When someone says, to be honest, the first thing that I'm thinking, okay, just give it to me. What do you want to do for the next 30 years?
HVAC, son.
That's great. You can make a lot of money. But right now, you're not doing anything to forward your career. You're doing nothing. People, when they have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. You know what I mean? You need to start working now, getting a trade so that you can start doing something, because life is really great when you have money and it really sucks when you don't. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's time to start working on it. So there are many trade schools for HVACs to start working to become an apprentice so that you can get a license. Start doing it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I want you to start working towards something so you're not just sitting around smoking weed all day and just playing Xbox. It's not going to happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Start working toward it. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
I'll get your state.
Oh, my goodness.
How's it going?
It went bad in 20 seconds.
You want me to talk to the person?
Yes. Mr. Hill wants you to formally extradite him. He wants a governor's warrant. He said this is not him. He's saying that this whole time y'all have been having him sign things under somebody else.
Regardless, has an open.
I said it, Judge.
It's okay. Look, don't worry about it.
I thought that I had said this yesterday, but
You're also on the, you counsel on Nellums.
Yes, she waived, and then we had rolled it from yesterday because she pled in the 230th, and you said it still has a hold on it.
This is the problem, and I think I narrowed down the problem. So in the two.
After Mr. Hill.
Morning, Mr. Hill.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
So, they're telling me that you have an open case out of another state. That's why we have the fugitive hold on you at this point. It looks that you are wanted out of the state of Mississippi. Is it Oktibbeha?
Oktibbeha. Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce it accurately.
Or
I can spell it.
robbery, violation of a court order. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have two different options. You can waive extradition or you can fight extradition. When you fight extradition, it's very, very limited on what you can't fight. We don't really, it doesn't matter what happened over there. You know, the only thing that matters is if it's you. If it's you, then we waive. There are several ways that we can go about it. You can waive extradition, which when you waive, traditionally we give the demanding jurisdiction here in Mississippi 2 weeks to come get you. If they don't come get you within the 2 weeks, normally Harris County releases you or releases the hold. The problem in your case, though, is that you also have a felony assault that you've picked up that you have not made bond on. Because you have not made bond on that case, the 2 weeks or the waiting period that we traditionally give to them is on hold. That it gets put on hold until you make bond in that felony case or you resolve it upstairs. Once that happens, that's when the time for Mississippi to come get you is triggered. But that is assuming if you want to waive. Your other option is to fight extradition, in which case they will get a governor's warrant, put on evidence to prove you are you, which is the person that's wanted out of Oklahoma. And there are several ways that they can do that. And we have a hearing to do that. We need to know what you want to do, whether you want to fight extradition. You don't have to tell me right now. I just wanted to bring you out here to explain to you what your options are so that we're all on the same page. You know, unfortunately now, just because that case upstairs is everything should basically just put on hold until you take care of that. Or if you make bond on that case. Do you have any questions?
I do have questions.
Okay, let's not talk about your case upstairs. You know, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I guess it's bad of me to ask if you have questions. You should probably ask the questions to your lawyer first, and then she can, you know, I guess talk to me. Because I don't want you to say something that.
Or by my social. NCI.
So I think the question is, Judge, he is basically stating that this is not correctly connected to him because the documents that he has seen have the wrong social security number on there. And I've explained to him that that is one of many ways that you can be identified as far as fugitive is concerned, and that that is a matter of a clerical error that they will remedy. And so that's not going to keep you from being extradited. So is there a question in line with that you want us to ask the judge?
Okay, so on my original social security number, I don't have anything connected to my background on my original social security. So when an NCIC check is ran on my background, they have to use another social security number to find me to,
Well, there's several ways that they can find you. You know, it doesn't have to be just that. They could use an FBI number, an SO number, you know, date of birth, driver's license. There's just so many ways that they can try to find you when they run an NCIC. But here, really, what matters is, are you the Fajon Hill that is wanted out of Mississippi, right? And the way that they use that or determine, they use pen packets, they'll use fingerprint cards, they'll use mug shots, so they could use any number of ways to identify, to put two and two together that is actually you.
Okay.
So
I can't prove or bring evidence?
No, I can't give you advice. So what I'll do is I'll direct you to, you know, Chablis, who can tell you exactly what. But like I said, the two options you have, you can waive or you can fight in the event that you do want to fight, which is okay. I mean, you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. You're not, you know, you need to do what's best for you at the end of the day. Understand that they will go get a governor's warrant. It's a big packet of information. to prove that it's you. They get an order, basically to kind of remand you back to Mississippi.
All right, one more question. Can y'all simply put a charge on a record that I haven't been charged with? Like, can y'all charge me with something that's not on my record that I haven't been charged with? So basically what I'm asking is, if I don't have something on my record, can y'all just simply put it up on there?
No, of course not. We don't put stuff, no one, DAs are the ones. So, traditionally what happens is when you pick up a case, an officer goes, investigates. When they determine that there's enough probable cause or whatever it may be that a crime has occurred, they call the DA's office, the intake division. They give the version of what happened, right? And the DAs are the ones that decide whether to accept a charge or whether to not accept a charge. If they, don't want to take the charge, they tell the person, go beat rocks, get out of here. We're not taking anything, right? Or they say, okay, well, this is a good case, initiate everything of, initiate a case, issue a warrant. In this case, this is from Mississippi, so I have no idea what happened over there. The only thing I know is that there is an open robbery. Do you have any information more?
No, but they confirmed the teletype that it is this defendant. And so, with the confirmation that we have, obviously, if we go to the governor's warrant, then the state has 90 days for us to get the governor's warrant while he's in custody for us to verify. We'll get a fingerprint expert and we'll have the hearing.
That's traditionally how it goes. Whenever anyone wants to fight extradition, they get fingerprints. They get an expert to prove, hey, these are your prints here, right? Because they'll match it to when you got arrested here, because they took your prints when you got arrested, right? So they'll take that one, match it with these fingerprints here to prove that it's actually you. And that's how we determine who that person is. Now, it may not be you. I don't know.
So what about the mistake they have made though?
Well,
They
like
have made a
Chip
mistake.
said it, people make mistakes. We're all human, if maybe they put a wrong 2 instead of a 6 or something like that. I don't,
So that means
there are other ways to look. We never want to hold the wrong person. We don't do that. We're not here to play games. We don't hold people for the sake of holding people. We only want the right person.
Right.
That's all we want. We're not here to play games, right? It's either you or it's not you. I don't know. But if it's not, we'll have a hearing to determine whether it is or not. But at the end of the day, we don't hold people just for this, shots and giggles. It's not what we do. So I'll give you guys, time to talk. If you want to waive, we'll just have you sign the waiver. But like I said, the 14 days kicks in as soon as that hold upstairs is released. The hold can either be released by, you taking care of that case or someone posting your bond. The bond now is set at $15,000. That's the long and short of it. So, and you don't have to decide today. If you want more time, we can roll you for a couple of days to take your time to think about it. There's no rush, whatever you want to do.
You can come back next week after you said that your other attorney was gonna give you an examining trial. So if we put it toward the end of the week.
It's towards the end of the week.
No, I'm saying if he does do it, I can reset this one closer to the end of next week. So then, based on what that lawyer tells you about the case upstairs, you can decide if you want to bond out, if you want them to post a bond, or if they're gonna dismiss it, and then the 14 days will kick in shortly.
I don't show that it's set for an examining trial. I show it.
But that's what I told him already, but he's saying that he had a conversation with the lawyer and the lawyer was gonna put it back.
So let's not, I don't want to get that all out in here because you guys, you have a privilege with your lawyer up there and we don't need to know about it. Okay. You need to handle your stuff upstairs with what you got going. So I'm going to have them put you back. If you don't want to take care of it today, it's okay. We can roll it for a couple days next week, later this week, whatever you want to do. There's just no rush. Okay? All right. Good luck, Mr. Hill.
I'll check with Brianna in case.
So in the event that he wants to waive, just file it. Let me have it and I'll sign it. We don't need to bring it back up if he wants to. And there's no rush. Whatever you guys want.
The news on the other one?
On
Mellons?
Yeah.
What about?
I checked the judgments in the clerk's queue. We're waiting on a clerical error where he was under AFIS, so he doesn't have state ID.
So we can't push the judgment through until we get the ID, because that won't accept it.
That's why they're held up there.
Yeah, he has no ID state, so he needs to get it.
How is he? Or she, but yeah.
No, yeah.
She has a spin, but no state ID.
No state ID. Not doing specific, so maybe an intake error, but she's trying to figure it out, the clerk up there.
Okay.
Because she can't push that judgment through, or they won't take a judgment until the.
Because you're right, because on the judgment, it is at the top.
Ah, Christmas.
So can we do it for like a couple of days and check, or tomorrow?
Well, but the issue is time-wise, her clock doesn't start until that judgment's entered because the hold isn't released. So legally speaking, it's told,
I mean, the entry's in the system, but
but the hold isn't lifted. Right, so when our clock starts legally is triggered when the other hold lifts. So she's gonna be in an extra number of days until that's resolved. And obviously, for me, it doesn't make a difference, but for her, it makes a big difference. So,
Everyone's from Monday.
yeah. So, I mean, I figure with time served, it would still, assuming that it was an afternoon judgment entered, then it would be the next day anyway, but.
We're done, right? I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry, yes. So,
On Hill, do we want to, on 2,000?
what? No. That was a consideration of
No, that was a felony though.
But it's up to you how far you want to reset it to follow up. Well, and then I'm guessing you're gonna email us whenever they get back with you.